What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about fixing your own credit using AI and what are the prompts that you can use in services like ChatGPT, where you'll get the best results that are going to target specific errors on your credit report. Now, today, I want to focus on one credit bureau at a time. We're going to focus on Equifax right now. There's a lot to go over. What I want to do is really just dig in different examples of guidance that you'll get, right? So for instance, you may be able to take a screenshot and you can have ChatGPT evaluate the picture that you upload, or maybe you want to copy information and paste it in ChatGPT, or maybe you just want to give ChatGPT a sentence to rewrite based on what you're looking at, right? So I want to give you guys those examples to find out which ones will be the best ones that you can find for you when trying to fix your own credit using AI. All right. So in a moment, I'm going to share my screen. If you guys are on, I want you to feel comfortable dropping a message. Definitely, I want you guys to like and subscribe. It'll help us out with our channel. The more people we get asking questions, the more we can answer questions and the more we can keep the flow going. All right. So I'm going to share my screen right now and I'm going to go over the Equifax credit report. All right. Last week it was a tri-merge credit report through ScoreTribe. Great resource just to go over all your accounts or seeing everything side by side so you can do a comparison. But then there is still a little more to credit or credit repair process that you want to use. So with the Equifax annual credit report, right now you're able to pull your annual credit reports at no charge, all right, every single week. That's going to be an advantage to you because when you have certain errors on the credit or really big violations, you're going to need a copy of this annual credit report in order to argue your case with the credit reporting agencies. These are the things you're going to send to an attorney if you find that your errors are not being fixed or your violations or your rights are being violated, right? So getting and familiar with the annual credit report is extremely important if you are a consumer. And if you are a credit repair company out there or credit professional or finance professional, you have to get familiar with this. You have to know what each field needs. You have to know what information is important, and you have to be able to find errors. All right. This is the information. This is the only credit report that's out there that's actually free. That's going to give you all the ammunition you need to file an FCRA claim with an attorney in case your rights are being violated. So again, if you're watching this, go to annualcreditreport.com. That's www.annualcreditreport.com. Pull your credit report so you can follow along. You can choose between 1 or 3 bureaus. Today, we're going to do Equifax. So get familiar with it. Use this one as a guide. And then find me on social media. Find me on Instagram. You can reach out to us on AltoCredit on IG and just DM your questions, or you can reach out to me directly, the Credit Maven, where most of the time I'll be able to answer. If I'm not able to answer, then someone on my team will answer that page. That page is not only run by me. I have other people that post. So definitely ask the questions. If I'm not available, someone else will be available to answer those questions for you. Okay. So let's get started. Equifax, one of the 3 credit reporting agencies. When you pull a credit report through Equifax, you'll be able to get a full detailed breakdown of all your information that's on here. And then all the accounts. Like there's about 400 pieces of data on these accounts that you're looking at. All right. The difference between this and what you're going to see on like a membership with like say Equifax.com or ScoreTribe, Identity IQ, some of these companies, they're kind of limited on what they can provide you, right? If you look at this, it's not as beautiful and it's not as easy to understand as a third party's, tri-merge, colorful, with the bright reds and blues and make everything nice to read. This is not that. This is data. This is pure data. But again, if you're trying to fix your credit, you're looking for 3 things: data that is incomplete, data that is inaccurate, or data that cannot be verified. So why not go straight to the horse's mouth, have a copy of this while you're trying to fix your credit report, and use this data to leverage your rights under the FCRA and get stuff deleted. All right. Look at this account right here, Avant. This is number 1. This is a paid as agreed. But imagine you having a credit card and you're paying the credit card every month. You're going to work, you're making money, you're using your money to pay your bills, and every month that you're making payments, the balances and all your trending information is not even being updated. Like they're just not updating it. Why? Well, they either feel like they don't have to, or they don't know how to, or they don't have the resources to update the information on 200 something million people every single day, right? You fall into that bucket. Your information isn't being updated because the credit reporting agencies have to make 1.3 billion updates on a month. Oh, my dog is barking. They have to make 1.3 billion updates on a monthly basis. That means your information probably may not get updated in the time frame that's relied on or mandated by law. So that just puts you back in a situation where if you can find the errors, you can fix your credit. That's all you got to do. And I'm going to give you the sauce that you need, because look at this right here. Just while I'm talking, you could just look at this. This is missing information. You have something May or June 2022, right? And then July 2022, there's nothing. They just felt like either I don't have it or I just don't feel like putting an update on there for you. Well, what was the balance? Did it go down to zero? Did it go up? This information is important because your trending data will show a creditor whether or not you're paying the minimums on your credit cards every month. Are you paying them off every month and using them? Are you paying, let's say you have an auto loan, right? And you're used to paying an auto loan that's $500 a month. Every single month, you're 500, and then you come into a new position at work and you're starting to pay $700 or $1,000 a month to pay off this auto loan. If your credit report does not reflect that you're paying double that $500 a monthly payment to $1,000, when you trade in that car and you want to get something fancy like a BMW or Mercedes, they're going to look at your credit report and they're going to see that you're not used to paying a $1,200 a month car. They can decline you based on that assumption that you don't have the capacity to pay off that car on time. Well, if my credit report was updated accurately and my trending data showed that every single month that I made a payment on my card, I paid my card 2x the amount. I paid $1,000. I can prove to the underwriter that I have full capacity to pay $1,000 a month because I've been doing it every single month. But again, this is why the trending data is the most important when it comes to your credit report, because it's going to show that I'm doing what I have to do. I'm paying my bills on time. I'm paying more than the minimums, and I'm financially stable enough to make big purchases when the time comes. All right. This is also going to affect your ability to get a good interest rate. If you're never used to paying off these type of loans, then your interest rate might be a little bit higher. Oh, look at my dog. By the way, Charlie, say hi to everybody. My golden doodle right here, right? He has good credit, by the way. But your interest rate might be higher because the companies find you as a high risk, not knowing that if they evaluated the trending data section of your credit report, it'll show that you're used to making payments higher than 500 or whatever the minimums are. All right. So that's why I always tell you to challenge it. In fact, let's take it a step further. And let's take a copy of this of a screenshot. This is what I already had saved. And let's actually dump this information into ChatGPT and see what kind of prompts we can come up with to fix that. All right, so this is a picture. You're going to paste a picture to your screenshot, and we're going to say we want to find create a dispute that highlights the incomplete data on this credit report and show which laws it is violating, right? And let ChatGPT do its thing. It's going to read. Give it a second. It's going to read it, do its thing, and boom, it's going to start doing a letter for you, right? So if you don't even know where to go and you want some sort of guidance or you want to have an idea of which direction you want to go, use the ChatGPT, right? It is missing payments, right? The balance history for the years 2021, 22, 23 is missing except for only 2023, September, December, right? This type of information, again, is incomplete. It violates one of the staples of the FCRA, incomplete information cannot be in my credit report. So if I tell the credit reporting agency that you're reporting incomplete data on my credit, best believe they got to delete it. All right. So that's how you can use ChatGPT when it comes to that. Let's get another one right here. Let's see. I want to evaluate this particular area. I want to take it, highlight it, and I want to go here. Same thing. I want to give it another prompt, very similar. I'm going to paste it in here. What was the prompt I gave it? Boom. And these are simple prompts, right? You can go so much more deep into engineering, like the perfect prompts. I have much longer prompts that I use. For this, I'm going to keep it simple. If you do send me a DM to find out what other prompts I have a bunch of prompts that you can use, which will kind of tell who ChatGPT is, going to give ChatGPT a personality, give them an expertise, and then start repairing the credit by just pasting photo after photo after photo, and it's just going to keep writing out script after script. Literally, that's how easy it is. Okay, but for this one, we're going to keep it simple. I want everybody to keep up, and I want you guys to just get comfortable just asking yourself, you know what more can I do, or what more can I add to these prompts to make it a little more intriguing? Look at this right here. Issues identified: incomplete balance information, missing available credit data. Right? If we go right here, right, these informations are reported on 1 month, not reported on the second month, then reported, not reported, not reported, not. So these are, again, violating the FCRA. But if a lender wants to see, how are your habits making these payments, and they're going and they want to find out what's your actual payment amount, and there's nothing designated for your actual payment amount, right? It's only showing here, but it's not showing the whole thing. I can't really see if, before I give this person money, are they actually making $66? What happened here? Did it pay higher? Did they pay less? Right? I might say, you know what? This person made a $177 payment. They may have been making $177 payments each and every single month before August 2023, January 2023, February 2023, March 2023. Those are all important months. So if they consistently paid close to $200 a month, why are you only showing them that I paid $69? That's a problem, right? That's the first issue. So if a lender were to see, you know what can they qualify for? Maybe a $5,000 potential line of credit may only turn to $2,000 because this information is incomplete. And that's why your trending data section is important. Despite what people say, oh, it's not that. No, it's very important. Okay. It's in the lending books of some of these companies out here, these credit card companies. They look at they can evaluate your trending data pretty quickly to see how much of a risk you're going to be before they give you $5, $6, $25,000, $35,000. They want a whole financial picture. And that's why the FCRA says the whole financial picture has to be accurate. All right, let's go down a little further right here. This section right here is where you'll find real key errors, like date close. Is this account closed right here? We want to find out. All right, you see 2023. Yeah, if there's no more reporting based on when this credit report is open, let's say it's a 2024 credit report and it stops in 2023, there's a problem. Either there's missing information or the account's actually closed and it's not reported. But that's something you can pick up. Some of these things you have to just get familiar, because ChatGPT won't know every single error, but it'll give you an idea of what you can use if you want to, get guidance or you want to start your own credit repair journey. Let's paste this section right here. And we want to use a prompt. Let me see if I have a prompt right here. All right, look at this one. I'm going to give you this prompt. This is a pretty cool one. You are a credit repair expert and FCRA attorney. You're going to tell ChatGPT what to do. You understand Metro 2 compliance, and you understand the FCRA laws of accurate and complete reporting. We told you, right? FCRA. For each picture I paste, I want you to use this knowledge to create a dispute paragraph highlighting Metro 2 non-compliance issues and FCRA errors for non-existent data. I would paste several images. I told you, you can do this right here and post picture after picture after picture. The only thing I will not recommend doing is just showing too many pictures in one post, only because ChatGPT is a bit limited. So if you put 2 or 3 pictures, it may not go through all 2 or 3 pictures. It may just do one and then conk out from there. So that's why you want to post one, get the response, post one, get the response. All right. That's just I've done it. It doesn't work that way. All right. The days of having an expert or being like the subject matter expert, they're changing now, right? AI is kind of getting rid of that. Now you have ChatGPT being an expert that can do anything faster than the normal human being or any human being for that response. I can't even type as fast as it can think and type, and probably you can't either, right? If you can, you need to reach out to me. We could probably work together, all right? But in reality, the expert, right, that we all know, the people who know everything, guess what? They're not who people are going to care for anymore. People can care for the web search. They're going to care for AI. They're going to care for ChatGPT. That's who the expert is. All right. The personalities and being able to use and engineer the proper prompts are what's going to help people move forward with whatever they're trying to do. In this case, I only care about credit repair. So I'm trying to help you guys do that portion right now. All right. That's one. If we took another picture right here, reported balance. Let me see. All this is missing, right? Let's take this one right here. Let's give it a little bit of guidance. That prompt is on there. I'm gonna highlight this. We'll paste it on here and see what we get. All right. It's all about just being creative, man. Have fun with it. The goal is to get something detailed enough that the credit reporting agencies will take it serious. It's taking a while to upload that picture. All right, there we go. Submit that one right there, right? Paste the next image. Again, all you have to do is keep pasting after pasting. If you have a 3-bureau report, okay, and the 3-bureau report is showing different accounts and you want to specify inaccuracies or inconsistencies between all 3 bureaus, all you have to do with that 3-bureau report is create the prompt, all right, this prompt that I have up here, screenshot it, whatever you got to do, and then paste image after image after image after image after image. And that will take you to this part right here where you could just paste the picture, get your dispute paragraph. Paste the picture, get your dispute paragraph. And if you even want to focus on something like Metro 2 compliance, right? That's the language in which they're communicating. You can tell it, specify, all right, rewrite this dispute, but specify Metro 2 violations, including base segment labels for these entries, and see where we end up, right? Again, get creative, play with it. Now, again, you have to be involved with this because ChatGPT sometimes goes off on a tangent. It'll talk about something that really doesn't make sense. But, in the meantime, it's pretty damn accurate, especially with a good prompt, right? So field 14, credit limit is reporting 2 months, 2023. But if we go right here, look, it's telling you 1, 2 months, right? We know that the credit report must be complete, but guess what? You're able to see right here that there's a significant gap in the rest of the months. With Metro 2 base segment field 14, it's not there. All right. So that's literally how you're going to use ChatGPT for your advantage, no matter what type of dispute you want to do. It could be a factual, it could be a legal. Let's do something legal right here, right? Let's rewrite this and tell me, rewrite this dispute. I'm going to specify and mention the sections of the FCR laws that this account is violating. Be detailed. All right. Give it a second. Let it do its thinking. Certainly, it's so polite, right? ChatGPT is very polite a lot of the times. I don't have any issue with Chat. We have to be friends already. But look at that right there. All right. It's going to EB, right? Potential violation, high reporting. All right. 1681 CA. All right. It's leaving this up. It's actually, no, it's not even leaving it up to you. It's giving you a lot of the answers. Now, some of it, you still have to understand how it's relevant. All right. But an error on your credit report that is incomplete or inaccurate is incomplete. That's a fact. If I can see that it's not included, this is just going to help me pick it out. All right. Now, if you had to go to court, you had to litigate or talk to an attorney, you cannot use Metro 2 errors, but it can pick up an FCRA violation pretty quickly, and it can count them and tell you and tally all the errors. So when you stack them up and you give it a dispute to the credit reporting agency and they don't fix it, and then you give your letter to an attorney and say, hey, these are all the errors I found on my credit. These are all the inconsistent fields on my credit report and misleading pieces of information. They have everything they need. And it wasn't only you that did it. ChatGPT helped you out. So I just gave you one post, 3 different variations that you can use. The first variation, again, is going to be rewrite it, mention sections of the FCA laws that this is violating. It's going to give you a response. We said rewrite the other one and mention the Metro 2 violations, including base segments. All right. It gave you that right here. All right. And that's just basically for like the field. Like it's just telling you what field is where, right? Like what goes where. That's almost like the English language. Like at what point do you use and the, right? There's a way to talk. There's a way to communicate. And that's how they translate information quickly from one original creditor to the credit reporting agencies, is that language. So if they are violating their language, then in reality, that stuff should have never showed up anyway on the credit report. And that's the method in which you're challenging it. And then you have right here, the other one that we posted, which is this right here. Where's my prompt? No. Where's the prompt? Where's the prompt? Right there. Boom. Right here. Right. So you see that right there. That's the original one. And then from the original one, I was able to get a little more creative and then play around with this one for Metro 2, and then another one, FCRA law. So you can be as factual, as legal, as pre-litigation, whatever you want to do with ChatGPT. All right. And then this is going to just really highlight everything that you want to do. Now, if you have a huge error, I just want to be clear. If you have a main issue, double reporting, identity theft, something that's on the credit, you don't have to use this. All right. All you have to do is be as simple and as clear as possible. You do not want to mention laws, because in mentioning laws, you may mention the wrong law. Or if you're using ChatGPT, it's a great tool, but it's not always perfect. You may mention the wrong law. And if you mention the wrong law and you try to take that to an attorney, you could throw the whole case away or mess up your opportunities to have a good settlement. All right. I've done this over and over and over. You do not have to be, if your objective is to file a lawsuit for the errors on your credit report, it doesn't take rocket science. Plain English that's clear. You don't want the credit reporting agencies to go back and say, oh, this was confusing for me, and now they have leverage. No, it was very simple. I included pictures and I directed you exactly to the error. I even gave you a copy of the credit report. I highlighted it and I sent it to you, and you still didn't fix it, right? So in reality, this is great for guidance, but you have to do a little bit of work yourself if you have the intentions of bringing your disputes to an attorney. All right. But again, those are just some simple prompts. Now, what I decided to do with my prompt, all right, is the stages in which I did it. Is I'm giving it the commands. You're a credit repair FCRA attorney, right? Again, you understand Metro 2 compliance and you understand the FCRA laws. So you're telling it what you wanted to do, all right? Who you are, what you wanted to do, and what you want to do for you. I want to paste these pictures, and I want you to use your knowledge of Metro 2. I want you to use your knowledge of the laws. Whatever strategy you want to do, you're going to tell it what to do, and then you're going to highlight the errors for non-compliance of FCRA, non-compliance of Metro 2, non-compliance of, let's say, complete reporting. Whatever you want to put, you can just paste that on there. And then once you have that prompt, you can literally paste picture after picture after picture. So for this one, I'm taking my time and I'm trying to explain every step of the way. But for this one right here, if I pasted, let me actually do this right here. Let me actually go back. Let me reuse that prompt and let's actually try it together. All right. Let's go on to the bottom. So, and I hope I'm being as clear as possible. Like I'm really just off the top of my head, just giving you This is the sauce right here. This is all you need to go forward with your own credit repair process. Now, the difference between you doing it yourself and hiring a professional is I have the means and resources to bring a case against them. We've done it hundreds of times. All right. I also have the means and resource to find specific errors, and I know how to get certain things done by certain filings, certain complaints. And something that you guys should know is if you have the knowledge, there's not much that someone who doesn't have it or someone who's on your level when it comes to like understanding FCRAs can do that you can't do, right? I just personally, I do this every day. Like I find errors on people's credit reports every day. So I know exactly what to look for and I know what the next steps are. If I want to file a complaint, which is actually cool to show you, uh, if I want to file a complaint, I know where to file a complaint. I know where to make noise, right? So that's mainly what credit repair is. It's about finding those errors and making a lot of noise. So we're going to do this right here. We're going to paste it. Give it a second. While it's working, let's get another image. We're going to get this one here. It's going to start working. So in reality, if I wanted to do something like that, I can just, for this account, copy and paste. All right. I can copy and paste. And then let's say for this one right here, this should be the last part of it. Let's see what it comes up with. I'm going to copy and paste, right? All right. Like you're seeing this live, like literally, this is not even rehearsed. This is just happening live. We can literally take this information. All right. We can take this information. All right. So that account from here, page 1, 2, and 3 is going to be where? 1, 2, and 3. If I wanted to do it one more step, let me see if I can put it on Google Doc just to give you guys an idea of where's my Gmail? I'm pulling it up right now, guys. Give me a second. So, all right. I got my Google Docs open, right? So now I want to highlight these issues. There's going to be 1. All right. 1. 2. Control C. Like, talk about detail. Like, there's so much information in this dispute. Control, and then we're going to paste the last one here. That's it. That's the dispute. Now, it's a really long dispute. So what would I do? What would I recommend doing? Copy. Let's go back to here. Go back to the bottom. Rewrite this. Already more readable. Already, oh man, I'm typing all jacked up. More readable and shorten to 1 page. All right, let it read, do its thing. Certainly, here you go. Boom. Like, it's literally doing its thing. You could just literally just copy and paste this. All right, it's gonna highlight so much for you. that is going to give you a great head start when it comes to this credit repair process. Let's see, delete that and make it one page. All right, now the account we're disputing, what you want to do is credit one bank. Boom. All right, so again, like it don't have to be rocket science when you're trying to fix your credit. You just have to get started. If you don't have the money to hire a professional to work in your credit, I took out the account number, but you would put the account number, whatever it is. If you don't have the money to hire a professional to work in your credit and sit there and file complaints and do all those stuff, you have to get started at some point. Use this as a starting point. All right. Start off with something basic. Get your feet wet, get a feel for it. And then if you want to make noise, and let's say you want to file, let's say you can find clear inaccuracies, clear incompletenesses, and you want to file a CFPB complaint. I got you. Rewrite this Equifax EQ dispute and direct it to the CFPB, showing them about the errors on my credit report. All right, boom. Now let it rewrite, give it a second. So now you got a dispute for the Equifax and you got a dispute for the CFPB. So now one dispute goes to two different places and you didn't do any of it. ChatGPT did it all for you. All right. These are going to highlight any single thing that, look, the reporting balances, the gaps certain months, which suggest inconsistent reporting. Accurate and consistent reporting of balances is essential to reflect the current state of the account as required by the FCRA. Like it's giving you all the beautiful verbiage, right? Omissions, your credit cannot have any omissions. But not only did you give it to Equifax to dispute, but a copy of that dispute is already done for you to the CFPB. All right, so that's literally a good start. Like literally, I can't even say it. I think it's a great dispute. Like we got through it pretty quickly. I took our time, but if I was doing it by myself or I had to start and learn about ChatGPT fixing your credit, use the prompt that I have. Get familiar with this prompt right here. Where's it at? Get familiar with this prompt and use it over and over. Right? You're telling it what it is. You're telling it what you need it to do, and you're telling it what you're going to do, which I'm going to paste several images for you. At that point, you copy, paste, and just do that same pattern back and forth. By the time you finish pasting everything, you get down to the bottom, the dispute letter is written for you. If it's too long, you just have ChatGPT shorten it for you. You can paste it into a Google Doc, or you can simply have ChatGPT go back and just say, hey, shorten your responses into one response, right? But you have to get started with trying to fix your credit. The economy right now is going through a lot of ups and downs. People are missing payments. I have clients who will come to me and, one of the number one things that I'm hearing is they don't have the money to get professional help. So the reason for this series is to provide back to the people in my community an opportunity to get started with fixing their credit. Okay, you don't have the money to have a professional. Let's get you started. What you can delete it, right? Just have it come off. Whatever you can delete, then you'll be able to talk to myself. You'll be able to talk to one of the advisors on our team, and then we'll relay and communicate what we're seeing on your credit to our attorney partners, to anyone else that we have to help you get the highest level of credit repair. But you have to get started today using ChatGPT and the strategies and prompts that I'm just giving you. All right. So if you found this valuable and you see that, I think I'm going to start fixing my credit. You learned about going to annualcreditreport.com or go to ScoreTribe or Identity IQ or anybody out there, copying, pasting everything that you see onto a ChatGPT. You learn about creating a prompt that's going to allow you to keep pasting after pasting after pasting and giving you great responses. You learn about disputing using Metro 2, right, including base segments. You learn about using pre-litigation, right? You want to learn about the laws and use those laws that is violating in your letters. You're learning about comparing between different bureaus, the information you see, right? You can take your annual credit report on one bureau, copy, paste the picture, copy the other one, paste the picture, and then tell ChatGPT, I want you to highlight all the inconsistent information between two bureaus and explain what law is violating. Create a dispute letter to these two companies. Think about how powerful that is. Like, you don't have to sit there and scrub like I do or I've done, going line by line by line. Use ChatGPT to give you a guidance when it comes to fixing your credit, and you have to get started today. All right. There's going to be a time when you want to get a car. Guess what? A car interest rate can be a difference of $6,000 on average over the life of the loan. If you want to buy a car that's, let's say, 35,000, and you have a 5% interest rate, or you want to buy a car that's 35,000 and you have a 19% interest rate, those are real numbers. People with a lower credit score always pay higher for everything in life. All right. But you will not be able to help fix your credit unless you get started. And if you don't have the money, here's how you can do it for free. You don't have to ask anybody for help. Join our community. Again, that's free. All right. We'll give you a lot of tools and resources you need. Make sure you're tapping in. Go to AltoCredit. .com, and you can text us. You go to AltoCredit on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me, The Credit Maven, on Instagram, and I'll give you a ton of resources. The more people that we can help, the better we can all be united, right? In that sense. But again, if you find value, make sure you like, subscribe, ask questions, and engage. I'm more than happy to help, and we'll talk to you guys soon. I plan on maybe doing a TransUnion or Experian next week. So if you guys have any questions, send me the ACRs. I can go through them with you, or send me with a request, and we'll be able to address them during these lives that we do every single week. Talk to you guys.